organization, AmeriCorps NCCC, that's a national civilian community corps. It's a government volunteer service program. So what they do is they take people between 18 and 24 years of age. You can be out of high school, you don't even have to finish high school, you can be out of college. Anyone in that age group is welcome to apply. So what you do, if you get accepted, they'll put you in a team of about 8 to 12 individuals, and you'll go throughout the country working on various labor projects for like cities, smaller towns, national parks, state parks, lots of different parks, some nonprofit organizations. A lot of it's disaster work, trail work. There's a lot to do with like educating communities on how to be safer and healthier. Sometimes they're helping kids out and stuff like that. They give you an education award to help you pay for college or schooling and whatnot. You're paid a small amount as like a living stipend, and you also get meals and housing paid for as well. So those are the various benefits of the program. Other big things, you get to travel the country, it's really nice. You get to meet a lot of new people. Working in a team is kind of cool. Meet a lot of new people on your team, and then where you're heading out, so like the people you're working with, people in those towns and whatnot. So it's pretty good eye-opening experience.
So Minuteman National Historical Park celebrates the story of the American Revolution. We have a linear park. It's over 1,000 acres, which means we have a tremendous amount of resources that we need to take care of. And we only have a permanent staff of just under 20 people. So we've had a lot of storm damage, flooding in the park, and we really need help. We'd heard great things about the AmeriCorps program, and so we submitted a grant proposal, and we're very lucky to have a team for 2 weeks this fall, and we hope to have more teams in the future.
We're doing a lot of work maintaining trails here in the park, and that's a lot of what we did in our first project in Norton, Virginia. And I think that's really important, not only for the local community to have a place to exercise and learn about these historical events that took place here, but it's also good to draw in tourists to help boost the local economy.
So here we're working for the Minuteman National Historical Park. We're doing various repair work, helping them with well, right now we're working on, we're tearing down the old fence for this cattle pasture, and then we're helping them build it up again so that the cattle can get some new grass over here. We also help them repair some of their trails and help them build drains for their trails so water can get off the trails faster, keep them more in shape. So we're only going to be here for about 2 weeks, but I think generally we're just helping them out with whatever needs to be done here. Just nice. Like, we're not going to be here very long, or like our work doesn't seem so significant while we're doing it, but like millions of people come here every year, so like hopefully us being here makes their experience of this park a little better.
So Minuteman National Historical Park is just over 1,000 acres, and we receive over 1 million visitors a year. We also have 20,000 vehicles passing through the park every day, but we're very understaffed. And so having the support of the AmeriCorps team to help us clean up storm damage, eroded trails, invasive plants, help us with our cow pasture fencing project. It's all critical, and this park is enjoyed by so many people, and we're so appreciative to have their help.
I'm Savoia-Di Gregorio. I'm from Maplewood, New Jersey.
My name is Annie. I'm from Seattle, Washington.
My name is Cornelius. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Haley Smith. I'm from Hampton, Virginia.
My name is Najalik Whitaker. I'm from Fresno, California.
My name is Isaac. I am from the suburbs of Chicago.
Matthew. I'm from Dayton, Massachusetts.
My name is Alex Shackleton. I'm from Burnsville, Minnesota.
My name is Christy Folk. I'm from Kissimmee, Florida.
Margie Brown. I'm the Minuteman National Historical Park Resource Manager. So the team has done an incredible job helping us with many of our projects. What I really love about the team is how well they work together. They're just learning some really great teamwork skills, and they also work really hard. And so we've accomplished so much in a very short time.
So for our first couple rounds we did, we worked in Virginia, which is where I'm from, but it's somewhere I've never been. It was actually like 7 hours away from my hometown. Worked in a place where they had a lot of ecotourism, which I've never seen. So that was really interesting, learning about how that affects the economy of the whole city. And then we did disaster response after that in South Carolina, following the hurricanes that hit in Florida and along the coast. So that was really, I've never been like in a disaster zone like that before, and seeing how it affects people like firsthand, you know, walking through the neighborhoods and seeing the damage and talking to the people was really impactful, really changed how you view things, especially if you're from a place, you know, maybe inland. I'm from the coast myself, so I was a little familiar, but it was something I had never seen before, and it just makes it more real when you get to go one-on-one and talk with these people. And then again here, seeing all the history, working with the Park Service, it's really amazing. And I think moving forward, the things I've done here really have changed my plans moving forward on what I want to do. Hopefully maybe actually follow a career with the Park Service or working outdoors like this, building trails and parks, you know, something along those lines.
Our first project, we're in Norton, Virginia, helping the city build mountain biking trails. So that was long days of pretty tough work, digging through dirt using a Pulaski. So that's kind of a half axe, half pickaxe. So we're chopping at roots, moving dirt around, shaping the trail tread, and making sure like water comes off really fast. The city wanted help with that because they wanted to revitalize our economy. They want to become more of a tourist destination for mountain bikers and hikers, so we helped them out with that. Then earlier this project around, we went to South Carolina to help with disaster relief efforts. And we were stationed in Bennettsville, but we were helping out various towns in the area surrounding Bennettsville. So for that work, we did canvassing and assessing of houses. So we'd go door to door in neighborhoods that we believe were impacted by the disaster, Hurricane Florence. We'd knock on the doors, ask them, how are you doing? Is your home affected by the storm at all? If they were, we'd ask to look around the house, look at any of the damages, write said damages down, then hand that in to our superiors, and then we'd also do mucking and gutting. So what that basically is deconstruction of the house. So like we take off moldy drywall or stuff that's water damaged, the floors, lots of insulation removal, calling under crawl spaces sometimes, in water, mud, and whatnot.
We currently have a project in our East Arrival area, and we're working to eliminate invasive plants in the area. So we've done a lot of scoping for that. So we want to take care of Asiatic bittersweet, glossy buckthorn, just big problematic plants in the area.
Well, doing AmeriCorps, this is my gap year between high school and college. I think it's really important to do something worthwhile in that time. This is a great way to become independent and just travel the country and do great work.
Originally heard about AmeriCorps through an internship that I did at a homelessness advocacy nonprofit. I looked into it and I realized that it was something that I wanted to try out, especially since I had been in college, not really sure what I wanted to major in, and I wanted to look at some new experiences. So it has exposed me to some things that I have not otherwise seen. Definitely like working in outdoor areas, doing very manual labor was not something that I was accustomed to. I had always been sort of a brainy child, doing schoolwork, coming home, doing homework, that type of thing. not really getting out there working with my hands. So it's a nice change of pace. And I think it is something that I will look into once I leave AmeriCorps, this type of work.
I'm very appreciative of the amount of work we're doing, and we have a different project to do every day, which is nice to change it up. It's nice.
As a Floridian, I've really never been up in this area, and so being here in Concord is really great just to experience a season change. That's something that's new to me, which I think a lot of people would take for granted if they're not from Florida or somewhere that doesn't have that. So it's been beautiful to see the change from fall to almost winter, and the leaves falling off the trees and all of the colors and the difference in temperature is really nice to experience the cold for once. I don't have to shovel the snow, which is pretty great, but I'm having a great time experiencing this weather here, and I love the history here. It's definitely inspired me to do more research into the literary figures that lived here many years ago, and so I'm actually reading Walden from Walden Pond right now because of that. And overall, I think I'm learning a lot about history. I have kind of this renewed inspiration and curiosity for not only the natural world, but also the history of our country. And seeing Boston for the first time has also given me appreciation for that city. And so overall, I'm learning a lot and gaining a great appreciation for this area of the country.
The work in Concord, it does feel really good to know that we are preserving history and we are working in this such an important site in the history of our country. And I'm not someone who usually reflects a lot about the history of my country and how it got to be where it is. And this has really given me an opportunity to think about that more and really treasure the fact that I am here right now in this place, because this is, I think, a special place to live, and I'm happy to be working in such an important site historically.
Concord? Well, I've been here before in Massachusetts area. I'm from New Jersey, so I come here a lot. I love the north and the weather and the history, and it's great to be here again.
The Concord area is obviously very historical, and it's one of those things you always learn about it more like in elementary school, the shot heard around the world, Power of Years ride, but it's totally different coming out and seeing it in person. It's amazing, it's beautiful here, and the history is so important for America, and I think just seeing it in person really makes it feel more, obviously when you learn it in class it's totally disconnected, and then you come here and see everything, and it's really, really amazing.